Hi guys, Chucky Boy here, bringing you a brand spanking new Football Manager video. If you guys have watched this series, it's between me and a very good friend of mine, Mr. Yorkiemann, who's playing. We're playing in the same league. We're playing. We've both got a team. And this is basically the second update of the season, where we show you the results from the last game. So from the last update video, our last game was the RKC victory here. So then our next game was obviously at home to AZ Alkmaar, and we managed to get a decent win against this team. Now this team is a big team. They're not performing great in the league right now, but it was still, it was still important that I beat them, hopefully, really. And then obviously we had the cup games here, so that should have been a win, but it was tough. It was extra time. That little E there means extra time, so it's a real tough game. And then unfortunately, I had a little issue. We had a lot of tired players from this cup game, and we unfortunately lost the next game, and then the game after that was the same. I just didn't have many fit players, and players were, they weren't in form or anything like that, so it struggled. But then obviously we got back on track with a lovely 3-0 win at home to Zwolle. Now Zwolle are not the best team on the game, so it was maybe a good thing that I had them to try and get some confidence back into my team. But if you can see from these results here, all these here, until these games here, it's pretty inconsistent. It's a win and a loss. There's no draws involved. It's either win or loss, and that's it. But we lost a close game to Feyenoord. Now Feyenoord were up top of the table, so it was quite a big game, but we managed to, unfortunately, we lost that. So, and then the next real big thing, obviously, is, as you guys have seen, I actually beat Yorkiemann's team, NEC, again. So that's 2 wins out of 2 this season against him, which is real special for me. That's the idea of this series. So, then yet again, we had FC20, who are becoming one of the worst teams to play in this league because they've got such a good team, and we got a loss again. So it was tough, but this is the important bit. The next 4 games, there were some awesome results in here. As you can see, beating VVV is pretty standard in a Dutch Cup, but it got me to the quarterfinals. However, it's these next 3 that I love so much. We got a 3-2 win at PSV. Sorry, at home to PSV. We managed to beat FC Groningen at home, and then we went to Ajax and won 3-1. It's 4 in a row there, and 3 big teams here. So I was really happy with that. But then unfortunately, as you can see, we went out of the Dutch Cup on penalties, and yeah, it was a pretty boring game, to be honest. There was not many chances in that one at all, and we went out on penalties. Just unfortunate. But we got to the quarterfinals. I'm relatively happy with that right now. And then the last game that I've played is against FC Utrecht away, and yeah, again, we managed to lose. So if you can see from there, we've had no draws at all in the last however many games that is, the full screen there. Our last draw was actually against PSV in the 4th game of the season. 3rd game, yeah, we've only had 1 draw this season. So it's pretty much win or lose. There's no middle ground for me up to yet. So I'm hoping to maybe get a bit more consistent in the season. But as you can see here, I'm actually doing pretty good. We are currently 5th, which is in the European playoff spots, which is really cool. And I'm really happy with that, especially with the start and the squad that I've got right now. I'm ecstatic with that. So now the updates are done with results, we're just going to go and have a quick look at transfers. There is not a lot to show here. Not a lot to show at all. We didn't sell anybody. I did release a few players. Yet again, I had to balance some wages out and stuff, but these 2 guys here, it was a goalkeeper that I didn't really use, and he was on a decent wage, so I released him. And Hadouier actually caused me a lot of trouble. He basically didn't show up for training for 2 or 3 times, kept getting fined, and kept complaining that he wasn't playing and stuff. So I tried to sell him, but could not get rid of him at all. I tried to sell him for 0, offer him out on loan, nothing. So in the end, I just had to release him. I was fed up with all the nonsense that was coming, so I had to let go. But one of the biggest signings is here. If you remember from my last update video, I showed you that we had Daniel Johnson on loan from Aston Villa. Well, now I've actually paid for him. I've paid 200k, which I paid 100k up front and then 100k spread over 4 years. So it's a pretty good deal, to be honest. I also know that Yorkiemann was interested because he's been playing so well for me. I know he tried it as well and he couldn't get a deal sorted. So I'm really happy that I managed to get this done. So yeah, and then obviously we got 2 loanees in just to help out with the squad. We've got Persoons on loan from Lokeren. Let me just try and see his stats if it loads. There we go. He is a midfielder. Yeah, again, he's in there really to help out with squad numbers effectively, but he's pretty good. He's substitute mainly, but like I said, he will help out he'll be a big help in our season because I am a little bit short on numbers. So, and then the last guy is Araujo from Atletico Mineiro. Yeah, again, another loan deal. I couldn't really afford to buy anybody. Well, I was looking at loanees, and yeah, he's 35. He's getting on. He's got most of his stats are actually going down, but as you can see, they're all still pretty cool. And for a loan deal, I don't pay any wages or anything, so it's literally cost me nothing to get this guy in. And like I said, it's another one that's in there really for helping out the squad. But unfortunately, he got injured in his first game. In his first game, he missed a penalty and then got injured in the same game. So it's not been a great start to his season with us. But yeah, I say it's going pretty well right now. I don't really want to show you the league table because I don't want to give away where Yorkiemann is. But like I said, I'm in 5th place, so I'm really happy with that. And yeah, that should just about do it, guys. Remember, as always, to leave a like, comment, and even subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. Other than that, we'll see you guys next time.